Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video here at Tablemon. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to be playing with this Turbo Lost Box deck. It's Turbo because it features a heavy count of a Lost Vacuum in order to be able to get to those 7 crucial cards in Lost Zone to activate Mirage Gate as well and be able to power up Dragonite V or Raikou V, ideally on turn 2, in order to start attacking and applying pressure. Now, of course, if we don't manage that or if we don't need to, we also have Cremorant to help us attack when we have 4 cards in Lost Zone, and it also helps us get to 10 cards in Lost Zone as fast as possible to activate Sableye Lost Mine attack, which of course is very good. Now, the use of 4 Seal Stone in either Dragonite V or Raikou V also helps achieve this, so this whole deck revolves around getting a lot of cards in Lost Zone really quickly, and Lost Vacuum is a card that really shines in order to help us in doing that. Now, the heavy water energy count helps us in power of Dragonite V, but also means Greninja is a threat, especially in the mirror matches of Lost Box decks, where we are now all forced to have multiple Comfey down in order to get cards in Lost Zone, and there's no way to pick them up because we don't play Scoop Up Net anymore. Then Greninja becomes a much bigger threat, and getting to the 10 cards in Lost Zone quickly through Sableye to eliminate your opponent's mana fee can be pretty crucial, to then follow that up with a Moonlight Shuriken, from a Radiant Greninja. Now, outside of that, the rest of the deck is pretty consistent and self-explanatory. We have the Colors Experiment to help us get cards in Lost Zone, Clara for late game recovery, the Boss's Orders to help us target down something. The Hawlucha combines really well with the Sableye Lost Mine attack to take 2 prizes against in the mirror against 2 Pokemon like Comfey or a Comfey or a Manaphy, since they do have 140 HP total combined. And Lost Mine plus Hawlucha's Flying Flurry does 14 damage counters total in damage. And then you have the Switch card in the Escape Rope to cycle through the Comfeys, Pokegear to help us find supporters, Heavy Ball to unlock a prize locked Pokemon, and the Energy Recycler to recycle the energy. what a coincidence, right? And then finally we have Beach Core to help us innating with a retreat, and 4 water, 3 lightning, and 2 psychic round out the deck. Let's jump into some games. If you want to support the channel, you can use code Tablemon to get 5% off at Potent Store for your online codes, 10% off for your sealed product at Flipside Gaming, and 20% off for your superfoods at Amaranthi. Or if you're looking to buy singles or sleeves, you can fill up your cart and close the tab, then click on the affiliate link in the description and check out. That way you can support the channel over at TCG Player, Card Market, and Dragon Shield. This video is sponsored by the Pokemon TCG deck building website PokemonCard.io. Alright, so let's start playing with Lost Box. We have a very sad start here. Wow. Yikes. I mean, we get Mulligan, at least. Waters and Cheryl. This could be Rapid Strike, so already a bad matchup anyways. We'll see. We'll see, but definitely not the ideal start. I mean, that helps, but only helps in the second turn. Oh, it's actually a QMB deck that I was not expecting. However, now we have a Nest Ball, which is pretty fantastic. That does mean we get to see more stuff. And notice that there's no energy prized. There is a gear and a Nest Ball prized. A Switch card prized as well, an Energy Recycler, a Clara, and not sure what else. Oh, Clara's not prized actually. Alright, well, we get a Flower Selecting, not too shabby. QMV is gonna be far from a turbo turn here for us. And that's it. Nothing else to do. So we do have the possibility to knock out next turn through using Dragonite V, getting to 7 cards through the Lost Vacuum and 4 Seal Stone might be possible. Lake Equity is an interesting choice, making this a more defensive deck. And capturing Aroma, that card, I have really mixed feelings about that card. Sometimes it feels really good, Other times it feels really bad. So half the time, right? I mean, there are times where you don't care which result you get because you have like an Ultra Ball to compensate for that, but not always. What a start by my opponent, though. Really, really good start for them. So, hitting the Kyurem with Cram into like a Raikou KO also seems pretty good. And a clean research for my opponent. Not bad at all. Okay, so we do see the concealed cards. No possibility of an attack here, which is great. The threat of Greninja does mean I will need to establish Manaphy. We see the attachment. And we could see a bunch of energies get attached. Yep. 2 more energies. Okay, so less incentive to go turbo, I guess. I mean, in order to really pull it off, I need this, but that's actually a really nice card to find here. Okay, definitely keeping you. Definitely keeping you, and then definitely keeping you. And a little skeptical. Maybe I can't forego the Colress because I already have another one in my hand. Maybe I can actually forego that. And keep the Nest Ball for an extra Comfey. That might actually be better-ish. Not super happy about that choice, but we'll see. Okay, so let's do flower selecting first. Not happy about that boss's orders being gone, but I am at 4 cards. If I Nest Ball for a Comfey, then for a Steel Stone, I'm missing an energy though. I am missing an energy, so I need to find either a switch card or an energy for this Comfey, and it has to be water exactly in order for me to take this KO. Right? Or we'll see. Okay, I'm gonna lead with the escape rope, I guess. Well, no, because I would really like to attack the Kyurem, right? Oh, I don't have Sky Seal Stone. What am I talking about? Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and retreat, and I'm gonna give this a try. Water or switch card? Neither. Okay. Another escape rope. Alright. I mean, I can technically still pull it off, but whatever I KO, they'd have... yeah. Oh well. Not the biggest of deals. That means I get to conserve my Lost Vacuum and the first Steel Stone. Probably the Suicune is interesting. But I'm happy to tank that. I also don't get the benefit of the Beach Court, which is fine. And I think that's it. Hit innocently. So I had a chance to knock out the Kyurem, but was 1 card off. Because I could force Steel Stone for either the water or the Beach Court. I mean, the switch card. But by having to go escape rope, yeah. I mean, what I can do now potentially is a play where Dragonite can KO Palkia. Again, use Sableye to knock out Suicune, put 2 damage counters on Palkia, and then with Hawlucha plus 1 damage counter, I can finish this friend. He chooses the Kyurem, so I might not even want to focus on the Palkia. I might try to go these 6 prizes. I mean, best case scenario, my opponent just whiffs the attack, but I'm not sure if they'll realize that they only need 1 energy to retreat. Honestly, don't know. I feel like that deck wouldn't play a lot of hand disruption. Using 2 star portals, so we're definitely gonna get an attack off. right. I mean, can I even get to stabilize the thing? Will I need to Clara back the cram? I prefer not to, but if it's what I have to do, I mean, I wouldn't mind doing a cram hit on Greninja. Okay. Alright. I mean, no threat of... My opponent didn't choose to go for the Greninja, which is nice. I completely forgot. I probably should have protected. Alright. So Flower Select. Grab the Colress. Should have led with... well, no, maybe because I might want to Clara. There's 6. I cannot get to 10 cards. Right. Or can I? I'm at 6, 7, 8. Well, actually, I can't get to 10 cards. So I would ideally want a Psychic, which is exactly what I found here, which is fantastic. All right. So that's 8. And then through the Lost Vacuum, I can get to 10. Okay. Alright, so Lost Vacuum away. What though? That's the question. Is it a water? I think it's a water. No, it's probably not the water. I think it's a Mirage Kid actually. No, I think it's a water. Because Mirage Kid can't just get the job done. Alright. So the extra damage counters are not super impactful. Let's do... we need to do 10 here. And then the extra 10. I feel like I'm gonna put them over here. And next turn I have another Sableye KO, which is pretty good. And then we got 2 prizes over the course of 2 turns. And they get 2 prizes over the course of the turn. So we're still trading evenly. And then going in with Cram against the Kyurem also seems fine. Like they'll be at 4, right? Then I go Cram, attack Kyurem. Then they KO Cram. Then I go Dragonite, KO Empoleon. Ooh, I'm really glad I saved this escape rope. I am really, really glad I saved that escape rope. Okay. No more Stadium though. No, I haven't seen any Switch cards yet. That's okay. Alright, there's a lot of noise coming from outside my room. I have no idea what my dog is doing. It's usually pretty chill. Alright. Okay. So let's go ahead and Flower Select first. The Halucha could be useful. Thing is, I can't retreat into the Cram unless I pay the cost, which is honestly okay. Right. So let's draw 2 more cards. Okay, there is a water, which is very useful. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I'm gonna attach the Psychic. I retreat. Go into the Cram. Okay, yeah, so the goal next turn is I KO with Dragonite and leave the Sableye ready to snipe the Greninja. That's gonna be the plan. Still have not protected myself with the Manaphy though. Which I could go and find, but off of that huge hand, if they just go boss KO Dragonite, then I'm in trouble. So I think I just have to go 110. Definitely playing with Manaphy is a big risk here. Should have done a bigger emphasis. on finding the Manaphy. Yep. Okay, even if though Greninja goes KO both of these Comfades, I KO the Greninja, and then I need to go boss KO Kyurem. The issue is my boss is here. Alright, they just attack though, which is perfectly fine. Okay, this is good. This is actually perfect. Alright, so we're gonna promote the Comfade. And then we are going to go bench the Dragonite, play a Mirage Gate, power up. If I had this Sky Seal Stone here, then I could just win the game outright. I mean, it's okay that I don't. Alright. So Star Alchemy. I'm gonna go grab my switch card. Make sure I'm attacking the active. And then... how many energies? 2 psychics in here. So I'm pretty sure it's a lose-lose for my opponent if I leave the Sableye ready to go, right? So then Psychic here. Lightning here, so I shouldn't have used this. That's my bad. And I can Lost Vacuum. That back. And I can reattach. I mean, leaving the energy on the Comfade is not bad at all. That's for sure. Okay, so... I think... I've made it so like it's impossible for my opponent. Yes, I would like to use the ability. Thank you very much. I mean, just in case I'm missing something. So do I even need to Colress? Like, what am I even looking for next turn? Just a switching card. So keeping the Colress in case I get Roxanne is a good card I could find. So we're just gonna go Dragon Gale, take the KO. They can threaten to prizes whether it's Dragonite or my attackers. But if they use Greninja to knock out 2 bench Pokemon, Dragonite attacks again and wins the game. If they use Palkia to KO right here, then I can use Sableye to KO the Greninja to win the game. So this, like, the only way they could do something is if they heal. They played like that Picnic card where they heal the Greninja. That's the only way. So maybe benching the Hawlucha was actually a little preemptive. Why would you play for Steel Stone attack with Palkia V-Star? You're always going to want to use Palkia V-Star. That's really odd. But yeah, Melanie means it's game over. Close game though. Definitely very close game. If they had used Greninja earlier, they probably would have won. Alright. So sure, this was close, but they were never winning the game. So I personally don't understand what's the need to force me to do this and to continue playing cards, but that's okay. And then PTCG Lives, great use of the damage counters, and there we have it. Yeah, solid win, solid deck. The start could have been shaky, but we managed to top deck out of it. Let's jump into another one. Alright, so we get to go first, which is fantastic. And there's a very good start, other than the lack of way to switch. So top decking any energy, any switch card, any escape rope would be fantastic. I could go out of my way to find that with the first Seal Stone, which feels like a big stretch, but it's what I need to do, especially if I can threaten like a turn to go with Raikou or Dragonite, then that seems worth it. Definitely using turn 1 for a Seal Stone for a switch card feels a little less good than you'd like. Waiting for our opponent to finish setting up, aka they're probably away from the keyboard. There's finally a Pokemon, and it is indeed Mew VMAX. Alright, so that top decked energy is actually pretty solid. It means I can avoid benching the Dragonite and just use that to retreat, which I very much prefer. And I'm just gonna establish these for now and also forego the concealed cards. I'd much rather get cards in the Lost Zone at this point in time. And we'll lead with the Flower Select. Okay, so then we're gonna go ahead and switch cards. 2 cards in the Lost Zone on turn 1. Definitely very good. And we will Flower Select again. I feel like Sableye is going to be less impactful overall in the game. Clara to get back Drapion could be game changing, so slower start than I'd like, but not bad. Not bad nonetheless. My opponent might just be away from the keyboard though, based on 0 actions, based on how long it took for them to choose their Pokemon. So yeah. We're mad. We are any day now. Oh, there we go. My opponent is still there. Just having a hard time figuring out if they want to play the Battle VIP pass or not. Alright, double raw battle VIP pass to match my double raw battle VIP pass. Not bad. We see Oricorio, which now gives a lot more value to knocking out a 2-prizer this turn. Because then I can go 2 prizers, snipe the Oricorio, kill me VMAX, and what? What's the point of getting all those really nice looking cards? There's no way that you prize 3 MUVs. So what is going on? This is something that I think goes back to even when Mew VMAX came out, where it feels like players think that the goal of the deck and the way they win is by drawing every card in their deck, right? Drawing so many cards with Genesect every turn, and that's how they win. And then they blindly just get rid of resources, or we see a blind quad Genesect with only 1 Mew in play. But that just means once that Mew is gone, there's no threat. So, I mean, the icing on the cake here would be my opponent not retreating that Mew VMAX at the end of the turn. That would be the icing on the cake. And probably, I mean, I don't know, maybe not. But you'd imagine that would prompt a concession, an immediate concession, but we'll see. Maybe this is a next level play and I'm getting baited into using Drapion, elimining the Mew, getting another KO, and then actually Drapion can't get another KO afterwards. Because of Oricorio. Alright. Like this, using so many chromatics, right? That's the second one. Why? Like, what are you even missing? You're missing another Mew V, but you don't have the space for it. You most certainly do not have the space for it. Okay. Interesting choice. Yeah, it's all about drawing 20 cards this turn for my opponent. All 4 Genesects. That's the goal. Turns do seem to go on longer. like, there's not much for me to analyze here, and also my opponent's literally just not doing anything. Wow, they're even using their Star Alchemy this turn. That is crazy. That is actually crazy. How much do I need to grind to really face off against other opponents? Alright, well, at least my opponent realized that they needed to retreat. And there's a path. Not a problem at all. Alright. So, peculiar choices by my opponent. So, I'm at 4 cards. Lost Vacuum seems like a good card, but I'm okay just hitting for 90 here. I hit for 90. Next turn I might be able to get to 10. Like, I'm at 4, 5, 6. And then a few switching cards, 7, 8, plus the 2 from Lost Vacuum. So then I can go Sableye KO, Genesect, 2 damage counters on the Oricorio, then reuse Sableye, knock out the Oricorio, and then close out the game with a Drapion. I mean, that's assuming I don't get judged, right? And now there's now I need Holucha to pull that off. Which, it's honestly okay. I could go Sableye, 12 damage counters, and then Sableye again, and it's still enough. So I still need to Sableye twice. It just means I have less leftover damage, which is not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. Tails for you, my friend. I mean, or this turn, the Drapion also works, honestly. I knock out Drapion, I work my way into the Sableye play. That's good enough. Yeah, that's probably actually better. It's most likely better overall. I actually don't know if the Drapion is priced or not. 9 out of 10 times it is not. But you never know. You never know. Alright. So let's go Colress. Let's keep the Dragonite just in case. Let's keep the Clara and let's keep a Nest Ball. And then we're gonna go ahead and Nest Ball for our good friend the Drapion. And then we're gonna go Lost Vacuum away a Comfey. And we get rid of their Path to the Peak. So now we are guaranteed to be able to do what we need to do. Let's turn that. I thought I had the Sableye. I spaced out for a second. It's okay though. Flower selecting. Right. And then we can also go attach. No, you know what? Yeah, I'll attach the Forest Stone. And then I'll go ahead and retreat. And take a KO. I'll attach and then take a KO. And then all of a sudden, my opponent has absolutely no response. Whatever they promote, sure, I don't KO with Drapion, but I can just attack them again. And then Sableye finishes the game, so... Too easy, honestly. Too easy. That no Mew is just so weird. I mean, even if there was a second Mew, my opponent would still be in a lot of trouble, but still. Like, no Mew means giving the game away. Literally giving the game away. I'm like, there's a chance, right? There's a 1 in 1,000 chance that they had 3 Mew Vs priced. Like, sure, but Is that this game? Did I manage to record the 1 in 1,000 match? Or did my opponent just really want to draw a lot of cards with Genesect? I feel like it's the second one. Okay, so now I wait until... Okay, they either... I was gonna say they either concede or they continue doing stuff. Double Lost Vacuum gone. Chooses MUV Max, not evolved yet. And like, sure, they could Roxanne, they could Judge, they could do all of that fun stuff, but I have 4 turns at least. The upcoming one, and then 2 more. Before my opponent's down to 1 prize card to just find a way to knock out the next VMAX. And even if the Drapion gets lost zone, then double Sableye does the trick as well. And there you go. Alright, so now it's all about getting rid of stuff. My second Sableye was, as we saw, prized, which is perfectly fine. Just gonna establish the Sableye here. Wait, where's my other Sableye? Oh, I lost on the Sableye. Wow. Okay. Well, that was actually a really poor move on my part. Really poor move on my part. And then, you know what? Let's Mirage Gates. And let's put the energies on the Drapion, just in case my opponent feels a little safe. And then we'll save the Mirage Gate. But I'm just gonna go Dynamic Tail. And then be like, sure, you want to use Oricorio to knock out my Greninja? You know? No problem, Maruni. So this is where maybe I could have been a little more aggressive with my Escape Rope and my Switch card. But I think it's just fine. So my opponent's best case scenario is Roxanne KO Drapion, right? And then I could also, with the switching cards, to activate the Sableye, but we get Judged instead of Roxanne, and I have plenty of switching cards right there, so that's fantastic. Now I'm gonna go all the way with the Gum Phase, because all I need is a Clara to win the game. Okay. Oh no, wait, I win the game now. I thought I was short on the damage, but now it just plays 2 damage counters on the Genesect, 9 on the Oricorio, and that's it. That is it. Not even playing the Lost City, so I can't recover the Drapion. And grabbing something when what you need is a switching card or a double turbo. That is... Oh, okay, they already had it. I mean, I still disagree with grabbing the Mew. Like, now you're grabbing it. And seeing that Mew also confirms that my opponent did not indeed prize Mew. So now the benefit of the doubt is gone. Now the benefit of the doubt is definitely gone. And now we're just waiting. Literally just waiting for my opponent to finish doing their things. All right. I really don't know what my opponent could do. Like Pokemon Catcher? I guess double cross switcher. To knock out Sableye, but then Drapion does a trick with Mirage Gate. So it's a lose-lose for my opponent. And like, do they not see the Sableye powered up? I mean, I guess I almost didn't. Like, I almost forgot. I almost forgot I had the win. I guess I'm not at 10 yet. I guess I am not at 10 cards yet in the Lost Zone. But look at the difference in times. 13 minutes left versus 21:17. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. My opponent has played for 3 minutes for every minute that I have played so far. Look, I'm not gonna use Escape Rope because I don't want my opponent to take more time in choosing the Escape Rope when it actually doesn't matter. So just clicking quickly, flower selecting, literally does not matter. Switch cards, flower selecting, literally does not matter. Then retreats. 10 cards. GG. Alright, so lost mine 20 over here. And then 40, 30, 20. Add to the active just for show off purposes. There's Lucham, which was also part of my game winning plan. Along with a Sableye, so yeah, there we have it. You know, pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Since turn 1, I knew I had a plan to win. Yeah, and even if my opponent had benched 2 UVs, they still would have needed to, I don't know, to have a different sort of setup. So, all good, GG. And yeah, this deck's pretty powerful, pretty straightforward, and pretty consistent overall. And definitely something to watch out for in the new metagame. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!